Thank you. Audio test. Good morning to our attendees who are joining us on the virtual platform. Give me just 1 second. Good morning to our attendees who are joining us on the virtual platform. If you'd like to offer commentary on any of our agendized items or public comment, please raise your hand. I'll call upon you and ask which item you'd like to speak on, and then call upon you when we get to that item. I do see a couple of hands raised. I'm going to start with Audit LA. Good morning, Audit LA.
Good morning, Mr. Knight. I would like to speak on public comment, and is this one agenda item today, or?
There's only one item on the agenda today, yeah.
So yeah, I'll speak to that as well.
Excellent.
Thank you.
Okay, thank you. I will call upon you after we start the meeting.
Thank you.
Mona? Good morning.
Good morning, Mr. Knight. Nice to see you back. General public comment, please.
Thank you. I have you down for general public comment. I'm going to go ahead and put you back on mute. It is 9:44. I will make another call out for attendees on the virtual platform who'd like to potentially offer commentary, public comment, or item number 1 comment in about 10 minutes. And we should get started with the meeting right on time at approximately 10 a.m. Thank you.
testing.
Works.
Good morning once again to our attendees who are joining us on the virtual platform. I currently have Audit LA and Mona who've requested to offer public commentary. Is there anyone, if there is anyone else who is on the virtual platform who would like to offer commentary, please raise your hand at this time. I'll record, let me know which item you'd like to speak on, or I'll record your information for the record and call upon you when we reach your item. Miriam, good morning.
Hi, general public comment.
Very well, I have you down for public comment. I'm going to go ahead and put
Thank
you
you.
back on mute. Thank you. Jill, good morning.
General.
Thank you, Jill. I have you down for general public comment. Gigi, good morning.
Good morning, TJ. I'd like general public comment, please.
Very well, I have you down for public comment. I'm going to go ahead and put you back on mute and lower your hand. Carla, good morning.
Good morning, TJ. I would like to issue public comment, please. General.
Very well. Thank you, Carla. I have you down for public comment. I'm going to go ahead and put you back on mute and lower your hand. If there's anyone else on the virtual platform who would like to offer commentary and has not already indicated they would like to, please raise your hand at this time. I'll record your information for the record and we'll call upon you when we reach your item. The time is 9:55. We should get started with the Board of Public Works meeting in approximately 5 minutes. Thank you. Good morning once again to our attendees on the virtual platform. I do see an additional hand raised. I'm going to ask if T, would you like to offer commentary on our agenda this morning, on our agendized item or public comment?
General public comment.
Very well. I'll have you down for general public comment, T. I'm going to go ahead and put you back on mute and lower your hand.
Thank you.
Thank you. Good morning, Georgina. I see that you've raised your hand. Would you like to offer public comment or commentary on our item this morning?
Public comment, please.
Very well. I have you down for public comment. I'm going to go ahead and lower your hand and put you back on mute.
Thank you.
Thank you. President King, we are now in record mode. It's 10:02 a.m. We're now in record mode.
Thank you very much. Good morning, everybody, and welcome to the regularly scheduled meeting of the Board of Public Works for Monday, June 2nd, 2025. Mr. Knight, would you please take roll and establish quorum?
Yes, good morning, President King, Vice President Chavez, President Pro Tem Grant, and Commissioner Mitchell are present. We do have a quorum. We are joined this morning by City Attorney Representative Thomas Costello Vega. I'm TJ Knight with the Board of Public Works. President King, we have 8 public comment speakers on the virtual platform, and we have 1 item speaker on the virtual platform. We have no one in the room who has filed a speaker card, and we have no neighborhood council commentary this morning.
All right, we will now start with general public comment, which is an opportunity for the public to address the board on public interest items, and will be provided up to 1 minute per person, up to a cumulative total of 10 minutes for the general public comment segment of each regular meeting. Testimony shall be limited in content to subject matters which are within the jurisdiction of the Board of Public Works. The board may not take any action on any matters discussed during the public comment period. We do not have any in-person speaker cards, so we will now transition to our virtual platform.
Very well, thank you, President King. We're going to go ahead and start this morning with Audit LA.
Good morning, everyone. Although I look forward to speaking on the minutes and agenda item number 1, I would really like that 3rd minute. So let's get a lot of more work done. I have a permit, okay, for Father's Day, and this Scientology is already trying to intimidate me. They are trying to show me that they're going to attack me with their Black PR magazine. There's all of a sudden a thug a guy who's a Scientologist making his rounds and all kinds of stuff. So but they're not going to deter us because we're peaceful. they even tried to get another permit at the same time that I have my permit. And they said, well, I would have to agree to their permit. I was actually willing to sit down and hear them out, but they just didn't show. They're playing a lot of games. So I hope this shows everyone, the city, that we're not the crazy, dangerous criminals that they keep saying we are. We are protesting their behaviors, what they're doing, and they continue to do it, even, though we're
Thank you.
trying to be peaceful. And it's
Thank you. And that's 1 minute. We'll move next to Mona. Go ahead.
Good morning, Commissioners. Can you hear me?
Yes, go ahead.
Thank you for the time to speak to you today. I would like to talk about L. Ron Hubbard Way also, but I would like to talk about the parking situation. One, there is no accessible parking on Fountain, Catalina, Sunset, or L. Ron Hubbard Way. So there's no way for me to park and have accessible access to the sidewalks. There are curb cuts, but there isn't any parking. Second, L. Ron Hubbard Way should be open to parking. Those signs we're finding are not even legitimate LMC signs, LAMC signs. So I don't know why people are getting penalized for parking on a road where there are fake signs. Thank you. I yield back my time.
Thank you, Mona. We'll move next to Miriam. Miriam?
Yes,
Go ahead.
yes, I'm here. I want to raise a concern about the upcoming Father's Day First Amendment protest permitted to audit LA. While the event in question has been approved, promotional materials are still circulating online for a separate event, a World Refugee Day Festival on June 15th on L. Ron Hubbard Way. To my understanding, this event permit request was denied. But my question is, what steps does the city take to ensure that unpermitted events don't disrupt permitted ones, especially when they're promoted in advance? Is there a system for supervision or enforcement on site? On LRH Way or on the adjacent cult parking lot to make sure that all gatherings comply with the permitting requirements. Thank you.
And we'll move next to Jill.
I'm going to reiterate everything that Miriam just said. I would hope that you do not grant that permit, the competing permit, which was supposedly denied. Also, there's going to be police there, and I would hope that part of your service is making sure that the people that are requesting, or the cult that's requesting the permit, aren't going to interfere with their event, and that the police that are going to be there are going to do something about it. Because if you don't, I think you all are going to have to sing the song, "If I'm entwined in a cult and happy that I'm entwined in the cult, clap your hands." You know that little baby song? Maybe you all will be clapping that song if you don't do something about it, because it's wrong to interfere with a First Amendment event that's protesting the cult of Scientology's abuses. Bye.
And we'll move next to Gigi.
Yeah, so I'm going to talk about L. Ron Hubbard Way, but I'm going to talk about how many of the bricks that are in that road were laid by child labor. That road should be dug up and repaved. And then you should make the city some money for the cost to dig it up by putting metered parking all along L. Ron Hubbard Way. It should not exist where there's child labor going on. But sadly, it exists at Scientology to this day. But that's a big sign of child labor, is those bricks in that road. And I wish that you guys would tear them up and repave it. Reclaim that street. Thank you.
And we'll move next to Carla.
Hello. Yes, I'm calling because today a permit was issued for 4810 Sunset Boulevard. This is in the portal. I would like to ask you, number one, please provide more information on the portal. All that we can see is this is a permit for a special event, and it doesn't say if the street is going to be closed. I assume it will be because this is for Streets LA. If the street is closed, this is serious because we're talking about Sunset Boulevard on a Monday from 4 p.m. to 10 p.m. If this, and there are three major hospitals around it. Now, if the street is not closed, that is also a problem because that would mean that the event is taking place at their parking lot. It will be a lot of noise. It says season 7 premiere. We don't know what, but for sure they're going to have cameras and noise. I would urge you to check the noise, the sound check that is not loud, because we have three hospitals around and the neighbors have already complained a lot about
Thank-
the sound level of
Thank you,
all the
Carla.
events. That's my
And that's 1 minute. And we'll move next to T. T. You should be receiving a pop-up asking you to unmute. And I don't see T responding by unmuting your device. We can.
Sorry,
Oh, go
sorry
ahead.
about that.
That's all right.
Hello, can you hear me?
Go ahead.
Sorry, it's my first time. Good morning. Thank you for allowing me to comment. I just want to echo everything the previous ladies said before, but I'm also calling to raise serious concerns about the Scientology volunteer ministers and their use of the public space in Los Angeles. They set up massive yellow tents on streets like L. Ron Hubbard Way, claiming to offer help, but they've been documented turning homeless people away, the very people most in need. This isn't accidental. Scientology doctrine teaches that people in crisis are degraded beings and not worth helping. So why are they allowed to use city property to promote a sham charity? These tents are just props, part of a glossy PR campaign used to convince their own members and members of the public that they're saving the world. It's all designed to extract more donations while doing as little as possible for the actual public. I urge the city to investigate how public resources are being exploited for this deceptive self-promotion. Thank you.
And Georgina?
Hi, can you hear me?
Yes, go ahead.
Thank you. I was calling in because of L. Ron Hubbard Way not being accessible for parking. And imagine my surprise, I call in to complain about that, get the street opened up for parking, opened up for meters, hopefully. And I hear Mona, I believe her name was, call, and she said that that street isn't even a no parking street. That's not legally a no parking street. So what did they do? Sneak out in the middle of the night and paint the curb red and put their own signs up? Yeah, that's exactly what they did, it sounds like. Why haven't they been prosecuted for this? Why hasn't the city recouped costs and fees to get this retroverted back to being property of the city? Why are we allowing to take property from our city? Thank you. I give back my time.
President King, I do see, that completes the list of public commenters who had previously indicated that they wish to offer a public comment. I do see 2 additional hands raised. If you'd like, I can ask if these 2.
Yes, please.
Thank you. Lurker? Would you like to offer a public comment this morning, Lurker?
Yes, I most certainly would. Please and thank you.
Go ahead. You have 60 seconds.
You know, is that enough? Is it too much? What's going on here? Is this America? The United States of America? Is that where we are right now on this day? Is that not a street that belongs to the citizens of the United States of America? Is it not? Why is this going on for decades? This criminal organization has tried to stronghold that street ever since it moved in to your tiny little beautiful city. Look at your city now. Upside down clown town, USA. Get a grip on your city. Please and thank you. Love you all. Bye.
And Haggis, would you like to offer a public comment this morning?
I would love to, TJ. Thank you very much.
Go ahead, you have 60 seconds.
Thank you. I just kind of want to reiterate everything that everyone else has said. The parking on L. Ron Hubbard Way is perfectly legal. There's no proof that it's not. Nobody in the Department of Transportation can prove otherwise. Scientology stuck those signs up years ago when they had an event for a weekend and never took them down. That you can prove. On the other side of things, I don't understand why you're being complicit. Right now, there are an abundance of court cases being filed due to sexual abuse, human trafficking. Look up Valerie Haney versus Scientology, Jane Doe versus Scientology, child bride, sexual abuse, being forced to marry your abuser in Scientology to cover up the crimes. Don't be complicit. Stay well away from them. And Keith Mosey, stop giving out permits willy-nilly. It's greatly appreciated that you stop. Thank you. I yield back my time.
Thank you, Haggis. And President King, that completes public comment this morning.
Thank you very much. With that, we will close the general public comment portion of today's meeting and move on to multiple agenda item public comment. The board will provide an opportunity for members of the public wish to speak on more than one agenda item during multiple agenda item comment period for up to a minute per item, up to a total of 3 minutes per meeting. This is the only time to speak on more than one agenda item, and please identify the items that you will speak on when you are called. For today's meeting, there are only two items for for multiple items, which are minutes and item number 1. And Mr. Knight, we do not have any in-person, so let's move on to virtual.
Very well, thank you, President King. And we have Audit LA.
Good morning again. Let's start with the minutes. You guys are new to this board, right? It hasn't been long, but since you've come here, and I know you didn't expect everything that you have to, like that you're hearing at every meeting. But I think what it shows, and hopefully you take away with you, is that there is a group of people who are so passionate about this cause, who want the street remaining for the public, who want everything, who want the Scientology to live by the rules of the, whether it's the laws or the permits. And we've been coming for a year, way longer than any of you have been here. But the minutes don't reflect that. They don't reflect the passion and the truth and the facts and the education and everything that comes here every single meeting, it's never reflected. And I think that's a shame, and I think it's a huge disservice. Because I think in, say, 5 years from now, if people are looking back for the historical what's going on in LA Public Works in 2025, they're going to have no idea that what a big fight and a friendly fight, right? We're not, that has been going on, and nobody's ever going to know about it because it's not reflected. And so I would ask that you would even briefly mention it, just so for historical preservation, if nothing else. And for the other one, I want to discuss that here, we're having, a low bid again, right? And they're going to get the lowest bidder. I believe, well, this is the lowest bidder, but so often the low bidders come back needing more money. And this is where it comes to oversight, that we need the tough questions, the tough, the accountability, even for the people who are bidding and doing the contracting. Because if they feel it's just like you're all pushovers and they could just easily come in and, oh, you know what, we'll just get whatever we ask for, they're going to take advantage of you. And when they take advantage
Thank you,
of...
Audit LA, and that's 2 minutes. And that concludes agenda item commentary this morning, President Kane.
Thank you very much. With that, we will close multiple item public comment portion of today's meeting and move forward with the approval of minutes for Wednesday, May 21st, 2025. Commissioners, do we have any questions or comments related to minutes? If not, is there a first and a second?
So move.
Second.
First by President, President Pro Tem Grant, and seconded by Commissioner Mitchell.
Very well, we'll go ahead and take a roll call vote on approval of minutes, starting with you, President Kane.
Aye.
Vice President Chavez.
Aye.
President Pro Tem Grant.
Aye.
And Commissioner Mitchell. All ayes, and this item is approved unanimous.
Thank you very much. Moving on to our agenda item number 1 for Council District 11 construction budget, Vito Artuvokovic and Son, Inc.
All right. Hello, everyone. My name is
Can you turn on the mic and speak into the mic, please?
Okay. Let's see.
Or you can take it out of the thing
There
as
we
well.
go.
Yeah, thank you.
All right. We good? All right. Hello, everyone. My name is Ashley Coakley. I work with the Bureau of Engineering, specifically in the Environmental Engineering Division, and I will be talking about this project today as I am the project manager. Okay, so yep, this is emergency sewer repair 103 Chautauqua Boulevard, pumping plant number 633. We are requesting to authorize a construction budget of $5,883,150 for this project. And to authorize the city engineer to award this project to the lowest responsive bidder and responsible bidder, which is Vito Artukovic and Son Incorporated, in compliance with the procedures on the on-call emergency sewer repair and storm drain repairs contract. We're also requesting to authorize the city engineer to issue construction orders and revise construction orders up to the authorized construction budget. The project's emergency expedite request was issued by Sanitation on August 10th, 2023, and we've been working on the design and getting this out to bid. A little bit about the pumping plant. It was originally constructed in 1958 and currently operates by using 2 compressor pumps. Over the past year, pumping plant 633 has experienced 3 air compressor pump failures. And of those 2 pumps, 1 is currently no longer operating, so we're just hanging on by 1 old pump. These pumps were installed in 1998, and spare parts for them are no longer available, so we're currently resorting to buying things on eBay, which we don't want to do that. One of the pumps, yeah, like I said, is beyond repair. So if this equipment were to completely fail, there's a potential of sewage spillage of 300 gallons per minute into nearby surface waters. This is right across the street from the ocean in Santa Monica area. The project is planning to rehabilitate the whole pumping plant, so we'll be replacing pumps and all other equipment such as check valves, the MCC switchgear, sluice gate, access ladder platforms, and the hatches that you enter the plant through. Those have been damaged by cars running over them, so we're going to do that as well. This project construction time is expected to take about 9 months. And talking about the bids, we issued this out to bid to all 16 active on-call emergency contractors on the list. Of the 16, 8 of the contractors attended the job walk, the mandatory job walk, and of the 8 contractors, 3 of them submitted bid proposals that were received on January 23rd. The lowest responsive bidder and responsible bidder was Vito Artukovic and Son, with a bid at $5,603,000. And adding in our contingency, that brings us to the $5,883,150 that we're requesting. And this came in lower than our city engineer estimate. So our city engineer estimate was $6,441,500. And that is my summary. So any questions?
Thank you very much. Mr. Knight, do we have any single item public comment for item number 1?
No additional single item comment other than what we've already heard.
All right, thank you very much. Commissioners, do we have any questions, comments related to Vice President Chavez?
Just a quick question. I did see, as you noted, that it came in below the city engineer's estimate, but then I saw that the 2 came in around the same amount, and then the third one was dramatically higher. It was, I think, 160% higher. So I'm just curious to what you attribute the deviation, both on the low side and the high side, from the original estimate. Just maybe help me understand if you have any thoughts on why the variation.
I would think means and methods. We haven't asked them, but yeah, in the field, the contractors were kind of thinking through their means and methods, and they did seem to have, yeah, it's a situation where it's really in the public eye. So it's off of PCH and Chautauqua. So I'm thinking maybe one was more conservative than the other, and but I don't know for sure what their thoughts were behind it.
So are the estimates for work for the same type of repairs, or is it just, up to the contractor's opinion, professional opinion, on what the repairs are? Like, for example, are you dictating what the repair should be, or are you just getting estimates?
Yeah, so we actually have a full set of design plans and specs that they bid on. So it's very detailed, the information that they bid on, not just the typical emergency, let's get going. We put the design together for this.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah.
Commissioners, do we have any other comments or questions? Seeing none, is there a first and a second?
Second.
It's been a first by Commissioner Mitchell, seconded by Vice President Chavez.
Very well. President Kang will go ahead and take a roll call vote on approval of item 1, starting with you, President Kang.
Aye.
Vice President Chavez.
Aye.
President Pro Tem Grant.
Aye.
And Commissioner Mitchell. All ayes, and this item is approved unanimously and will move forward forthwith.
Thank you.
Thank you.
All right, Mr. Knight, does that clear our desk for today?
Yes, President Kang, it does.
All right, thank you very much. Our next meeting will be on Wednesday, June 4th, 2025. We'll be having immediately after this at 11:30. We have our directors meeting at 11:30, but this meeting is adjourned at 10:26 a.m.